We'll start in a seat. Feel free to prop up your hips. You can be cross-legged or an easy seat. One foot in front of the other. Letting the shoulders relax down. Away from the ears, finding a little bit more length through the crown of the head. And welcoming yourself to where you are, into your space. Start to let go of anything that happened earlier in the day, anything that you have to get to later or even tomorrow. Trying to let that all go and turning the volume down. So all that you can hear is maybe the sound of your breath. Hear it on the inhale and the exhale. Bringing yourself to the present moment. Letting the breath slow down and deepen. And eventually letting it even out. Finding that equal inhale, equal exhale. Noticing if you're gripping in the shoulders, if your shoulders are way up by the ears or gripping in the jaw or in the chest, trying to soften. We'll add a mudra here. So flip the palms up if they weren't already. You're going to make very gentle fists. So the finger pads come in towards the palm, and then keeping the ring finger and the pinky finger in, slowly extend the pointer and middle finger so the pads of those fingers touch the thumb. So the shape very relaxed, very gentle, and the back of the hands just rest on the knees. This is the gesture of the Lord of Wealth for cultivating that conservation of energy, brahmacharya. There should be no strain to hold this mudra. Your hands are relaxed. Taking a few moments to get attuned to holding this mudra and following that ebb and flow of the breath. Just letting yourself settle in. Asking yourself, if you've taken a restorative yoga class before, you know that it's very passive. We hold the poses anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. We're letting the props in the ground, sometimes the wall, to hold us up so we can release that muscular effort and have the energy of no energy. But sometimes we try really hard to get something out of our practice or have a result or end goal. Sometimes in a vinyasa class or hatha class, we are trying to work up towards a peak pose or the full expression of a pose. And sometimes that's not the right energy for us that day. We kind of let the ego get in the way. And we, referring to a restorative yoga class, trying to find that energy of no energy, trying to let go, the opposite of what you may have been doing all day. What is the right energy for now? Scanning your body from head to toe, noticing how you're feeling energetically. Maybe you're eager to find that stillness in the body and the mind, but not rushing it, not forcing it, not forcing the breath to even out or slow down. Trying to be in the moment. We're not even thinking about the end of class or shavasana. We're just trying to think about where we're at in this moment, in the shape, with our breath. We have a limited supply of energy, even though we lie to ourselves and try to extend that energy with caffeine or supplements or trying to stay up longer than we should and not getting enough sleep. Just a few examples. Ask yourself, what do you need most to feel renewed or to feel that you're well or your cup is full? Moving into your practice with a sense of honesty about where you're at and what you need. Maybe a shape doesn't work for you, or you modify or use more props. That is okay. No judgment. I'm taking a few more rounds of breath here. Letting this be a time to renew, relax, rejuvenate, refresh. You can slowly release that mudra, bringing hands to heart center, giving yourself gratitude for taking the time out of your day for your practice. We'll start off by taking a shared breath. Take a deep inhale in. And exhale, let it go. Slowly open up the eyes, coming back to the space. And we'll set up for a gentle heart opener. You're going to take that support, that cushion, across the mat. Then you're going to have a blanket folded up for underneath the knees. You're going to extend the legs long. You can roll it up too. I just ended up folding it. And then you're going to have something underneath the head. You're going to recline back so the shoulder blades or the edge of that support hits in the shoulder blades, and there's room for your arms to open. And then your head can meet that rolled up or folded up blanket. So so you can see I'm reclining back, my shoulders go past that support, and my arms are able to open up wide. My knees are bent, my arms can cactus or come out to a T. I don't have room to come out to a T. And you're finding this heart opener. And also the bent knees takes the back bend out of this. And feeling the heart and chest expand with the breath. And you can play with the degree of the arms. Letting yourself get heavier and heavier with each exhale. Each pose should be comfortable so you can let go of any effort to hold yourself up. Making any adjustments and being honest with yourself if it really is comfortable or not. Are you using any energy in this shape? Are you able to reign in this asana? Are you able to take in and refill your cup? There's no need to rush. Rest is necessary and important part of our practice. When you hear my chimes, that is when we will mindfully move out of that shape. There's no need to pop up. I will gently guide you out. Brahmacharya is often translated, or the old translations meant celibacy, but the more, or conserving your sexual energy. But now the more modern yogis translated to that proper application of energy, the right use of your energy. How we actually use and direct it. And trying to direct our energy away from external desires outside of ourselves, because they may be great at that time or in that moment, but they are usually fleeting. We want to send our energy towards finding peace and happiness within ourselves. We spend a lot of time worrying and concerning ourselves with things that don't really serve us best, and putting our energy to present ourselves in a way that isn't true to ourselves in order to please or impress others, or that we need to push ourselves to be fitter or stronger or skinnier. But we need to first of all listen to what our bodies actually need. When you find stillness, when you're able to relax, you can really give yourself a chance to listen to your body. And that's a benefit of practicing restorative. And also opening your heart. If your mind tries to pull you away, the thoughts or worries or to-do list, just gently guide it back to the moment, to the sensations that you're feeling, and to your breath. From that position, from that heart opener, not letting yourself rise up all the way, just enough so you can spin to one side. Coming into the side lining stretch. That bolster still underneath you. You're breathing into the side of the body that's into the room. And this blanket that you had underneath the head can stay there. You can take that blanket that was underneath the knees and have that as a cushion in between, bringing them more at 90 degrees. And reclining down to find now this side stretch. This top arm can just lay next alongside of your body, or you can reach it up and over, finding more of a lateral stretch. You can just rest that arm along the side of the head. And then this bottom arm can go where it feels comfortable. Noticing where your breath moves into the body. Feel that space you're creating in the side body. And each exhale, you sink deeper and deeper into that support, into the ground. We'll do this on both sides, so I will let you know when to switch. There's nothing to do. There's no right way to take this shape. Listen to what your body is telling you. Listen to what your body needs. In order to be the best version of ourselves and to use our energy in the right way, we need, first of all, to listen to what our bodies need and to be able to spread our message to the world and really make the most of what we learn from our practice. But we need to do that when our cups are full, so we don't deplete ourselves. Using our energy in the right way, but listening to what our bodies need. From that first side, you can help yourself to press up just enough to roll to the other side. Taking any props that you need. Again, bend the knees to 90 degrees. Make sure that support is underneath the ribs. And letting the head find that support. Top arm can be alongside of you, or for an extra gentle stretch, reach it up and over. Not using any effort to keep that overhead. Slowly pressing yourself up. From here, we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. You can determine how wide those legs are. We're going to use some props here to lean forward on. So you can take your blocks and your cushion in front of you. You can prop up on a blanket if that helps. Lift the hips and tilt them forward. You can prop anything you need to bring this closer to you. And then hinge lunging forward, finding that support, bringing the cheek to that blanket or that cushion, letting yourself wrap around, letting the arms relax, and taking it to your comfort level. Maybe the legs are wider or closer together. Very gentle stretch in the back of the legs and maybe even the low back. If you let yourself relish here and just soak it in. Nothing to distract us or pull us away. Let yourself find that quiet. If you haven't already, turn the gaze the opposite way. Feeling your breath fill the back of the body now. Slowly pressing yourself up and away from that support. Grab the back of the knees to bring the legs back in towards you. You're going to swing the legs to one side, coming to the bolster from the side. Keeping that there, but you can raise and lower to your preference. Legs can stay in the zigzag, or you can stack them if you want to stack them, taking that padding again in between the legs. You can have something underneath the face. You're going to spin towards this bolster to find an upper body supported twist. Finding that length through the crown of the head on the inhale, and then exhale, lower down. The gaze can be the way the knees are facing, or you can spin the opposite way, taking that aster twist. And if the legs are further away, you get a nice stretch in the thigh, the glute. So again, listening to what your body needs. Making any adjustments here. And then ultimately letting go. Letting ourselves, again, take in this class, take in the stillness. Switching from our stress responses, that fight or flight, and trying to activate that rest and digest, the parasympathetic. We want to boost our immune system. We want to lower our blood pressure, feeling more at ease, more relaxed, which is a bit more healing towards our nervous system. There's overemphasis about how busy we should be with all this time that we've been given, and that busy is better. But and that if you're not busy, there's something wrong. Learn a new skill, learn a new language, read all these books, get your to-do list done. But whether we're constantly busy or not doesn't matter. It's whether what you're doing is worthwhile. How does it make you feel on the inside? And does it leave you space to breathe? Brahmacharya encourages the right use of energy. You're going to slowly press yourself up to seated. Allow yourself to spin to the other side and reset up, trying to mimic what you did on the first side, allowing yourself to be balanced. I would demo, but Zelda decided to come lay in my lap. Making sure you're set up in a comfortable way. Is this helpful or is it hurtful? Being aware on how you feel physically, energetically. Do you notice that people can drag you down or lift you up? Is there something you love doing that really gives you a boost? Maybe spending more time doing that right now. With all this space and time we've been given. Slowly pressing yourself up. We're going to spin towards the bolster now. Feel free to position it a little bit further away. You can have a bolster underneath, or a blanket for underneath the head. Scoot yourself closer and enough so you can recline the legs up the bolster. Feel free to cover yourself up here and have something underneath the head and shoulders. I like to call this supported lazy bones. A nice alternative to legs up the wall. And again, there's nothing to do here. Arms can be out to the side or resting one on the heart, one on the belly. There shouldn't be any effort to keep the legs up. Thinking of yourself as a tea bag that's seeping deeper and deeper into the ground. Not using any effort, any energy here. You can slowly take the legs down from that support, allowing yourself to sit up just to remove any props that you had underneath that bolster. You can bring the bolster now across and just coming into a supported Shavasana, this underneath the knees and anything again that you had underneath the head and shoulders. And coming into Shavasana, whatever that looks like to you. There's no right or wrong. There's nothing to regulate, nothing to control, not even your breath. Letting your body be still, let your mind be still, and do nothing. By becoming aware of how our bodies and minds respond to certain situations, we begin to cultivate a life that does serve us, that does make the best use of our energy. By contemplating brahmacharya within our everyday actions, we can take our practice off of the mat and into our lives and allow it to serve us at all times. Asking yourself what behavior leads you towards your higher self and helps make the right use of your energy. Repeating this to yourself, as I conserve my precious energy, I naturally awaken my life's deeper meaning. Slowly start to deepen your breath, coming back to your space, to your body, to your breath. Bringing movement back into your fingers and toes. Reaching the arms up and overhead, taking a full body stretch, coming back to life. Feeling that sense of energy within and around you. Feeling the weight of your body, the rise and fall of your breath. Allowing yourself to roll to one side. Noticing the shifts and changes in the body. How do you feel after your practice versus when you walked onto your mat? And always giving yourself gratitude for practicing, giving yourself this time to relax and unwind. When you're ready, slowly pressing yourself up to a seat. Just taking a moment to be. Giving yourself that stillness and that calm and taking that with you into your evening. Getting a good night's sleep. Reflecting on how you use your energy. And bringing the hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Feeling attuned to your center of energy. Maybe sensations of warmth, coziness. We'll seal our practice with a shared breath. Taking a deep inhale in and letting it go. Thank you for sharing your practice with me in Metro Yoga. From my heart to yours. Namaste.